Hey guys, it's Hunter and welcome back to another video. It is Sunday, which means it's time for another Q&A. Let's get to your questions. Do you like Stone Temple Pilots? Pearl Jam? To be honest, neither of them are really my thing. I appreciate how talented both bands are and the contributions they've made to modern rock music, but neither are really bands that I'll go out of my way to listen to. I'm much more of a metalhead. That being said, I think Eddie Vedder's voice is really cool, so if Even Flow comes on the radio or on Spotify, I turn that shit up. Hardtail or Floyd Rose, and why? For me, Hardtail all the way. Floyd Rose isn't worth the absolute ball ache to set up and then changing tunings, like, forget it. There's no denying that Floyd's are fun, but since I don't play lead and I don't do any of the crazy dive bomb stuff, I'd just rather not deal with them. Although now with like the Digitech drop pedal, changing tunings with the Floyds is easier. I guess you're not really changing tunings, you're just playing in different tunings, but you know, semantics. It still doesn't make the initial setup any easier, and plus Floyd versions of instruments tend to be a little more expensive. I used to own a Squier Showmaster with a licensed Floyd, and it was an absolute nightmare. I appreciate a good use of the Floyd, it's just not for me. Best mini/micro/lunchbox tube head for metal in your opinion? So far from the ones that I've tried, and it's good for everything, not just metal, is the Hughes & Kettner Tubemeister Deluxe 40. I love that amp. The clean is super clean, the gain is super modern and gainy. It has all these other features like tube safety control, a built-in Redbox cab sim, internal load for silent recording, plus the thing just looks gorgeous. I've heard the Grandmeister 40 Deluxe sounds similar and has built-in effects, and you can change the presets using an iPad, which I think is so cool. I can't wait to try one. It's like a combination between old school tube tone and like a 21st century tech gadget. But as you'd expect, both of those are kind of pricey at around $1,000, so if you're looking for something more on a budget, the Jet City Custom 22 is pretty awesome. It's just under $400. It's got great clean tones, great high gain tones, an effects loop, a bright switch, pretty much everything you need for a good time. Have you tried out the ESP LTD EC-256? I heard it was a great budget guitar. No, I have not. I've heard that it's a great budget guitar, and there have been a number of requests for it. I might get around to doing it, but I prefer to do guitars in kind of the $600 to $1,000 price range. In my experience, that's where the best guitars for the money are. Like $500 and below, there are guitars that are good for a budget, but $600 to $1,000 is where you start getting genuinely great guitars that are still affordable. So that's what I like to focus on. I love playing great guitars, and I'd rather give you guys recommendations for instruments that'll last you forever, rather than stuff that you'll end up selling for like $100 on Craigslist when it's time to upgrade. So on one hand, that's what I've built this channel and the audience around. On the other hand, there was a really great response to the Harley Benton video that I did a while back, and I've been getting more and more requests for these budget guitars. It seems a lot of you want my opinion on them as mod platforms, like you want to drop your own pickups, electronics, tuners, stuff like that in and really make them your own. And I really respect that. Modding guitars is really fun. I just wouldn't be able to mod it myself because it's a loaner guitar. So basically what I mean to say from all this rambling is nope, I haven't tried the EC-256, but I might. I mean, I love Eclipses, and it'd be cool to get a sense as to whether it would make a great mod platform for Buddhas or EMGs or something. So that's it for this week's Q&A. I'd love to hear your thoughts on anything discussed in this video. Do you like Floyd Rose? Do you like Hardtail, and why? And of course, if you've got any questions, leave them in the YouTube comments, tweet them at me, or send me a message through Facebook. The quality of these videos solely depends on the quality of your questions, so send me some good ones. As always, thanks so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I will see you for the next video.